All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, viewers and subscribers from all over the world, you are welcome to yet another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth, with Ben Jokes. It is my utmost desire to see in my lifetime a Nigeria that works, a Nigeria where citizens enjoy at least 20 hours uninterrupted power supply every day, all through the year. A secure Nigeria where the health and educational sector and all other sectors are enviable. But we can't lie about the current prevailing situation in this country in the name of patriotism. As it stands, the situation is a mess. Now look at this. Protest rocks Lokoja Teaching Hospital as 272 doctors leave service. The Association of Resident Doctors Federal Teaching Hospital, Lokoja, has renewed its plea to Bola Tinubu and the Minister of Health, Professor Ali Pate, to investigate the worsening conditions at the hospital, warning that it risks total collapse. During a peaceful protest held at the hospital yesterday, Dr. Olushola Baoku, the immediate past chairman of ARD, revealed that the hospital's doctor count had plummeted from 315 to just 43 due to poor working conditions. Baoku described the hospital as a slave camp under the leadership of the Chief Medical Director, Dr. Olatunde Alabi. He highlighted issues such as temporary contracts renewed every 2 months, lack of pensions, hazard allowances, and non-functional medical facilities. He lamented the hospital's inability to treat emergencies, citing the death of a hospital staff member due to power outages. Now, we have all the sectors collapsing, yet the government is tasking us to death. Few hours ago, there was national uproar because the TINUBU administration announced that Nigeria should brace up for another increase in electricity tariff. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that, one of the atrocious ways through which all the money Tinubu is collecting from Nigerians in form of taxes is being spent began making the rounds. This atrocity will shock you. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. In this video, the former PDP National Publicity Secretary, Kola Ologbondiyan, spoke on the chaos in Nigeria's political parties, and he subtly pointed an accusing finger at Bola Tinubu, a remark that cements the fact that Bola Tinubu's worst nightmare is Peter Obi running against him in 2027. See the video.
With all respect, all due respect to the judiciary and the justices and the law justices, I will not come and sit on this platform and castigate their decisions or justices. I won't. But it behoves on us who are practitioners, who have a rule, a book of rules that we subscribe to and say we are members of our respective parties, to abide by the law, whether they were written for us by our founders or we wrote it for ourselves, to abide by it. Please, everyone, what is the difficulty in that? The former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, said parties are being run by illiterates. I would not run away from it. Because if illiterates are not running the party, if you set rules for yourself, you should be able to abide by the rule that you set for yourself. So take this situation in the PDP, for instance, where Umar Damagum is the chairman, and he became chairman by virtue of the fact of the vacancy that existed. He didn't go to convention to become acting national chairman. The zone that is supposed to produce a replacement now say, in line with the provision of 47(6) of the Constitution of our party, as amended in 2017, we want to produce a replacement. He went to court against himself. He went to court against NEC. He went to court against Beauty. He held down everybody. Then he went to a meeting yesterday and is blaming leaders. He should blame himself. He's the architect. So I might not clearly know the circumstances in APC. I might not clearly know the circumstances in Labour Party and other opposition political parties. But there's something that I've been saying at every platform in which I've appeared, that there appears to be a deliberate agenda to ruin the opposition political parties in a manner that they will not be strong enough to contest the 2027 presidential election. That is there. Whether I want to agree, whether I don't want to agree, it is manifest. It is there. But Aaron, let me also add to it for you. You see these disagreements, you see these challenges in this respective party is in APC also. So implosion looms in all the parties. That is my own reading, first as a political reporter, and secondly, as a partisan member of the PDP.
That was Chief Kola Ologbondiyan, a former national publicity secretary of the PDP there. He said there is a plot to destabilize opposition parties so that candidates will not have platforms upon which they can run against TINUBU in 2027. And my question is, I thought TINUBU said he is doing well. I thought he claimed his reforms are now bearing fruits. So why is he scared of the opposition now? And let me rephrase. Why is he scared of Peter Obi running against him in 2027? Because we all know that that is the only opposition he has. This whole planting of moles in Labour Party and in PDP to destabilize them is a move to ensure that Peter Obi does not run in 2027 so that he doesn't find a valid platform to run. You know, APC and TINUBU are yet to recover from what Peter Obi did to them in the real results of the 2023 presidential election. Because to deny Obi his mandate, they had to announce results at night. They had to change the agreed upon set of rules, which included the use of the IREV. And when it came to litigation, the judiciary had to turn the constitution on its head. That was all they had to do before they could steal Peter Obi's mandate. And now that they have had the opportunity to grab the power and Nigerians have seen how despicable they can be in terms of leadership and organization, they are thinking to themselves, what are we going to do now? What are they going to do now if this man runs again with his growing popularity, with his daily growing popularity in Nigeria? And that is why they are trying to scatter all the platforms that he can choose to run on. What a shame on the APC and TINUBU, and what a man Peter Obi is. Now, let us look at details of the top stories. First is the imminent increase in electricity tariffs, an update that caused national uproar. And next is that 104 billion naira student loan scam, an update that really shocked Nigerians. Let's start by taking that update on the increase in electricity tariff. Now, this is the background to that story. Around March last year, the TINUBU regime said they were going to remove subsidy on electricity, and they did. And that made electricity tariff to triple, in fact, to quadruple in some cases. Some people even had times 5, times 6 of what they were paying. But as of the end of December stroke early January 2025, TINUBU declared that he paid electricity subsidy running into 199 billion for Nigerians in December 2024 alone. And Nigerians began asking, what subsidy again, Oga? Is it the same one that you removed in March 2024? And as soon as I saw that update, I said these people are planning to increase electricity tariffs again. But some people did not believe. Now, look at this update. Brace up for fresh electricity tariff hike, federal government tells Nigerians. The federal government says plans are ongoing to increase electricity tariffs over the next few months. Bloomberg quoted the special advisor to Bola Tinubu on energy, Oluvajen, as giving these hints at the Africa Heads of State Energy Summit in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, where Nigeria presented a $32 billion plan to expand electricity connections by 2030. According to Tinubu's aide, Nigeria is trying to resolve the transition to a cost-effective but cost-reflective tariff to attract private sectors. She said, one of the key challenges we are looking to resolve over the next few months is transitioning to a cost-effective but cost-reflective tariff, so the sectors generate revenue required to attract private capital, while also protecting the poor and the vulnerable. Last year, the federal government approved a threefold increase in electricity tariff for customers under the Band A classification. The fresh move to raise tariffs comes amid mounting pressure from Nigeria's debt-burdened electricity distribution companies for tariffs to be cost-reflective so they can improve their finances. You heard that. Just last year, you approved a threefold increase in electricity tariffs. And under 12 months, in less than 12 months, you want to go ahead and increase tariffs again. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. I just can't explain this level of wickedness. And watch it. Those using prepaid meters should watch their units from the end of this February. You will find that the bills have increased. You will find that the units are now more expensive. This increase will begin to reflect. Of course, those using the estimated billings will see it clearly by the end of this February. They are saying it's going to take effect in the next few months. But I am telling you that this February, that is when it will start taking effect. It is only increases that benefit the people, like increase in minimum wage, that take forever to take effect. But when it comes to increases that will cause pain on the people, under 24 hours, it takes effect. What a shame. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Abdullah Ibrahim says, "We are in trouble. Everything about this government is on the rise." And this tweet here says, "Who is going to liberate Nigerians from this draconian leader? Our votes don't count anymore. Our voice is stifled as corruption is the order of the day. 8 billion was mapped to sensitize customers so that they can pay their bills. And now another electricity hike. What a shame. Nobody is coming to save Nigerians. Nigerians must rise and save themselves." And Abisola De here says, "We are not scared. We have been pushed into the walls and walls have broken down. You are only making the journey of restoration easy." That is it. If it is this pain and suffering that will make Nigerians to rise up and say, no, there must be a revolution, then please bring in more pain. And Femi Lee here says, "It seems the government is looking for every means to inflict more pains on the masses, while those in government make no sacrifices." That is it. They are telling you straight at your face that they are enslaving you. So you do your worst. Akpabio said, "Those who want to protest should go ahead and protest. We will be here eating." So I want the pain to increase so that Nigerians can wake up. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to this, that scam regarding the student loan began making the rounds. Look at how the papers reported it. Over 104 billion naira disbursed as TINUBU's student loan reaches 600 beneficiaries. Now, I don't know if they meant 600 institutions or they meant to write 600,000 beneficiaries, but either way, it is clear corruption. Let's read on. Bola Tinubu says his student loan initiative has disbursed over 104 billion to 600 students across the country. Tinubu disclosed this on Saturday, February 1, 2025, in a statement to the 33rd convocation of the Federal University of Technology, Minna, Niger State. Tinubu, who was represented at the event by a director in the Federal Ministry of Education, Haji Arakia Gambo Iliasu, also disclosed that over 940 billion naira has been provided for the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TET Fund, in 2025. This, according to Tinubu, is part of his commitment to revamp the education sector and ensure that financial challenges do not deny Nigerians access to quality education. He said, "We remain resolute in addressing challenges in the education sector, including ensuring industrial harmony in universities." While charging universities to embrace the student loan scheme, Tinubu said, "You have been equipped with knowledge and skills to innovate and contribute to society. Let integrity, resilience, and purpose guide your endeavors. Aspire to greatness, avoid vices, and make Nigeria proud." Tinubu said he is working tirelessly to strengthen the economic security and also create an environment where young Nigerians can thrive and realize their potential. Let us remain united in our shared vision of a prosperous, united, and resilient Nigeria, he said. Now, they said they have disbursed 104 billion naira of the student loan. They said they have reached out to 600. The update said 600 students, but I believe they meant maybe 60,000 or 600,000 students across Nigeria, or 600 institutions. I believe it's one of those two. But if you look at the mathematics, it does not add up. 104 billion, even if you disbursed to 600,000 students, that is 173,000 naira per student. And that falls short of the agreement at the beginning of this whole student loan initiative that they stole from Peter Obi. The agreement was 500,000 naira per student. Now students are putatively getting 173,000 naira each. How many universities in Nigeria today can you pay your school fees and finish your clearance with 173,000 naira? How many? I can't think of any. Now, that is the first critique of the update. The second one, and perhaps the worst, is the fact that the federal government could not even provide an accurate or valid data containing details of the students they claimed had received the student loan. So they just came out, put out the figures, and they expect Nigerians to believe them like that. If you talk, some people will say, if you don't trust your government, then it will not move forward. God will punish those of you who are saying that nonsense. I should trust a man that used 21 billion naira to build mansion for one man when Nigerians are dying. We should trust people that endorse budgets where somebody said he'll buy a photocopy machine with 7.5 million. We should trust people that endorsed a budget where somebody said he'll install one NEPA pole with 20 million naira. These are the people you are asking us to trust. Now you are saying you have disbursed 104 billion. This is the issue with all their audio projects. I have not run into one student that said he has received student loan. I'm in touch with very many students. I have not found one that has received student loan. I have not seen a single beneficiary. And as soon as this update dropped, Nigerian students came under in their thousands. I don't need to start going, over the tweets. In their thousands, claiming that 104 billion naira disbursed, and we have not seen anything. And there is no point even overthinking it. Whenever it comes to, anything that looks like palliative, that looks as if they want to disburse money to a group of people, they want to honor some people, or they want to just give some incentives to some people, it is always arranged. The APC guys will always arrange it. They give it out as contracts to reward people that help them to rig elections. So this student loan initiative, now you will see some people, they will be the ones, they will say you are in charge of student loan. So whatever you can get, go and get for yourself there. That's what they tell them. Remember the man that came on Arise and he was saying he's, one of those people in charge of the welfare of the widows of our fallen heroes, the widows of late military officers. And the man was saying that when they do the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, instead of bringing the widows of the real soldiers who died in battle, they will go and, APC people will go and hire women to just wear black. Women that their husbands are alive, hale and hearty. Maybe their husbands are poor. They will hire them to go and wear black and parade themselves as widows of fallen heroes. How wicked. And that is the same thing they are going to do here. They will just get a group of people, to fake as if they are students of Nigerian institutions. They will bring fake certificates. After all, forgery is their own thing. Fake ID cards and all that. And before you know, they will tell you there. And even with all the fake, they will not get the required number. They will just get some, and just tell you that they have disbursed the money. Because they believe they have bought over all the institutions, including the judiciary. So justice will never prevail. That is what they believe. And this is why I keep telling Nigerians that it will even get worse. Now they said they have earmarked 904 billion naira for third fund. To share to who? Share to who? Highest, they will just buy some notebooks and some pencils and give to some schools. They will tell you they have intervened. But let research be done again in the next 12 months. In the next 1.5 years, you see dilapidated structures everywhere. You will now ask yourself, the 904 billion naira third fund, what was that one used for? The APC guys have eaten it. But I'm not surprised. This is the APC. They have come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that is why I keep telling Nigerians that for us to have a country at all, in the near future, we must come together, unite, and kick the APC out of power. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because na because of una. Na I dey here, so don't go away.